Top 25 HR Executive Interview Questions and Answers. In this video, we explore the top 25 interview questions commonly posed to HR executives. These questions aim to assess candidates' skills, experiences, and strategic thinking in managing human resources effectively within an organization. We also provide comprehensive answers to help candidates prepare for their interviews. By understanding these questions and responses, aspiring HR leaders can enhance their confidence and readiness for the hiring process. 1. What experience do you have in HR, and how has it prepared you for an executive role? My experience in HR spans over a decade, during which I have held various positions that have honed my skills in talent management, employee relations, and strategic planning. Starting as an HR coordinator, I learned the fundamentals of recruitment and compliance. Progressing to a managerial role, I developed policies that aligned with business objectives. Leading diverse teams and managing change initiatives has equipped me with the insights needed for an executive role. This journey has instilled a deep understanding of organizational dynamics and the importance of aligning HR practices with business strategy. 2. What do you think is the most important quality for an HR executive? The most important quality for an HR executive is empathy. This quality allows HR leaders to understand and relate to employees' experiences, fostering a supportive workplace culture. Empathy helps in resolving conflicts, addressing concerns, and building trust among team members. When HR executives demonstrate genuine care for employees' well-being, it creates an environment where individuals feel valued and heard. As a result, this enhances employee engagement, satisfaction, and retention, ultimately contributing to the organization's success. 3. Describe a time you handled a difficult employee relations situation. What was the outcome? In a previous role, I encountered a situation where a long-term employee was displaying poor performance and causing friction among team members. To address this, I scheduled a private meeting with the employee to discuss their concerns and challenges. During our conversation, I discovered that personal issues were affecting their work. Together, we developed an action plan that included setting clear performance goals and providing access to support resources. With consistent follow-up, the employee improved significantly, rebuilding relationships with colleagues and enhancing team morale. This experience reinforced the importance of empathy and open communication in resolving employee issues. 4. How do you develop and enforce HR policies that comply with ethical and legal standards? To develop and enforce HR policies that comply with ethical and legal standards, I begin by conducting thorough research on current employment laws and regulations. This includes staying updated on changes and ensuring that policies reflect best practices. Involving key stakeholders during the drafting process is crucial, as it encourages buy-in and helps identify potential issues early on. Once policies are established, I ensure they are effectively communicated and provide training sessions to educate staff on compliance. Regular reviews and feedback mechanisms allow for continual improvement and alignment with evolving standards. 5. How do you align HR strategies with the company's overall business goals? Aligning HR strategies with business goals requires a deep understanding of the company's vision and objectives. I start by collaborating with leadership to identify key priorities and performance indicators. This allows me to develop HR initiatives that support these goals, such as talent management, training programs, and succession planning. Regular communication with department heads ensures that HR practices remain relevant and adaptive. By measuring outcomes and adjusting strategies accordingly, we can contribute significantly to the company's success and drive a high-performance culture. 6. What methods do you use to attract and retain top talent in a competitive job market? Attracting and retaining top talent requires a multifaceted approach. First, I emphasize employer branding by showcasing the company culture and values through various channels, including social media and recruitment events. Offering competitive compensation packages and benefits is crucial. Additionally, I implement robust onboarding processes that help new hires feel welcomed and valued. Continuous development opportunities and career advancement paths are vital for retention. Lastly, fostering an inclusive environment where every employee feels heard and engaged also significantly contributes to long-term loyalty. 7. Can you share your experience with automated HR systems and their impact on efficiency? Automated HR systems have significantly transformed how HR functions operate. In my previous role, I implemented an automated applicant tracking system, ATS, that streamlined the recruitment process. This system reduced the time spent on manual data entry and allowed for quicker resume screening. Additionally, we adopted an employee self-service portal, which empowered staff to manage their own information and requests. As a result, HR personnel could focus more on strategic initiatives rather than administrative tasks, enhancing efficiency and improving overall employee satisfaction. 8. How do you handle compliance with constantly changing labor laws and regulations? Staying compliant with labor laws requires proactive measures. Regularly reviewing legal updates and engaging with legal experts is essential. I implement a compliance tracking system that alerts the HR team to relevant changes. Training sessions for staff ensure everyone understands new regulations and their implications. Collaborating closely with management helps align HR practices with legal standards while fostering a culture of compliance. I also emphasize open communication, encouraging employees to voice concerns, which helps identify potential compliance issues early on. 9. Describe an effective employee retention program you have implemented. An effective employee retention program I implemented involved a combination of mentorship, career development opportunities, and employee recognition initiatives. We established a mentorship program pairing experienced employees with new hires, fostering a supportive environment. Regular training sessions and workshops were offered to enhance skills and career growth. Additionally, we introduced a recognition system to celebrate employee achievements, which boosted morale and engagement. These strategies significantly reduced turnover rates and created a more loyal workforce, as employees felt valued and invested in their professional development. 10. How do you approach diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) in the workplace? Diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) are integral to fostering a positive workplace culture. My approach begins with assessing current demographics and identifying gaps. I advocate for diverse recruitment strategies, ensuring a variety of backgrounds are represented. Training programs on unconscious bias are essential for all employees, promoting awareness and understanding. Creating employee resource groups encourages collaboration and support among underrepresented populations. Regular feedback and open dialogue help to gauge the effectiveness of DEI initiatives, allowing for continuous improvement and adaptation to meet the needs of all employees. 11. What are your strategies for managing and resolving workplace conflicts? Effective conflict management starts with open communication. I encourage employees to express their concerns in a safe environment, facilitating a dialogue that helps each party understand the other's perspective. I utilize conflict resolution techniques such as mediation and negotiation to find common ground and develop mutually agreeable solutions. Training staff on conflict resolution skills is also beneficial, equipping them with tools to address issues proactively. Regular follow-ups ensure that the resolution remains effective and that relationships are restored, fostering a collaborative workplace culture. 12. How do you measure success in your HR initiatives and overall HR department performance? Measuring success in HR initiatives involves using key performance indicators, KPIs, that align with business objectives. Metrics such as employee retention rates, time to fill positions, and engagement scores provide insights into the effectiveness of HR strategies. Regular feedback from employee surveys helps gauge satisfaction and identify areas for improvement. Additionally, analyzing training outcomes and performance reviews allows for the assessment of development programs. By consistently reviewing these metrics, HR can adapt strategies to enhance performance and meet organizational goals effectively. 13. Describe a time you had to make a difficult decision that affected the workforce. In a previous role, I faced a situation where the company had to downsize due to financial constraints. After extensive discussions with leadership, I had to decide which positions were essential for our future operations. I prioritized transparency and compassion throughout the process. I held meetings with affected employees to explain the reasons behind the decision and offer support, including severance packages and job placement assistance. This approach not only helped maintain morale among remaining staff but also demonstrated our commitment to those who were impacted. 14. How do you ensure confidentiality and protect sensitive employee information? To ensure confidentiality and protect sensitive employee information, I implement strict access controls and limit data access to authorized personnel only. Regular training sessions are conducted to educate employees about data privacy policies and best practices. I also utilize encrypted systems for storing and transmitting sensitive information. Regular audits help in identifying any potential vulnerabilities. Establishing a culture of accountability within the HR team reinforces the importance of maintaining confidentiality. In case of any data breaches, I have a clear action plan to address and mitigate risks. 15. What is your approach to coaching and developing your HR team? Coaching and developing my HR team involves creating a supportive environment where team members feel valued and empowered. I prioritize individual development plans tailored to each member's strengths and career aspirations. Regular one-on-one meetings facilitate open communication and feedback, allowing me to understand their challenges and goals. I encourage continuous learning through workshops, training sessions, and mentorship opportunities. By fostering collaboration and transparency, I aim to build a cohesive team that is not only skilled but also motivated to contribute positively to the organization's success. 16. How do you handle stress and maintain productivity in high-pressure situations? Handling stress in high-pressure situations involves several strategies. First, I prioritize tasks and set realistic deadlines, allowing me to focus on what truly matters. I practice mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing and short breaks, which help clear my mind and improve concentration. Effective communication is also crucial. I keep my team informed and encourage open dialogue, fostering a supportive environment. Regularly reviewing progress and celebrating small wins keeps motivation high, ensuring that stress does not hinder productivity or decision-making. 17. Explain your approach to strategic workforce planning. Strategic workforce planning involves analyzing the current workforce, anticipating future needs, and developing a plan to meet those needs effectively. I begin by assessing the skills and capabilities within the organization, identifying gaps that may hinder achieving business goals. Collaborating with department heads, I forecast future talent requirements based on business growth projections. This approach allows for proactive recruitment and development strategies. Additionally, I emphasize the importance of succession planning, ensuring that key roles are filled internally, which promotes employee engagement and retention. 18. How do you maintain good relationships with key stakeholders across departments? Maintaining strong relationships with key stakeholders involves open communication, understanding their needs, and fostering collaboration. I prioritize regular check-ins and feedback sessions to create an environment of trust and transparency. By actively listening and addressing concerns, I ensure that HR aligns with departmental goals. Furthermore, I engage stakeholders in the decision-making process, inviting them to contribute their insights. This approach not only strengthens partnerships but also promotes a cohesive work culture where everyone feels valued and invested in achieving common objectives. 19. Can you provide an example of a crisis you managed in HR? One significant crisis I managed involved a sudden organizational restructuring that led to layoffs. I immediately organized a communication plan to ensure transparency. Holding meetings with affected employees allowed me to address their concerns and provide emotional support. I collaborated with the management team to develop a severance package that included outplacement services, helping employees transition smoothly. By maintaining open channels of communication and focusing on empathy, I was able to foster trust, mitigate anxiety, and ensure a more stable environment for the remaining staff. 20. How do you integrate corporate culture and values into daily HR practices? Integrating corporate culture and values into daily HR practices begins with clear communication of these values throughout the organization. HR should develop training programs that reinforce the company's mission and values, ensuring employees understand their importance. Regularly recognizing and rewarding behaviors that align with these values fosters a culture of appreciation. Additionally, incorporating values into performance reviews and recruitment processes helps align new hires with the company's culture, creating a cohesive environment where everyone feels connected to the organization's goals. 21. How do you manage the termination process to minimize legal risks? Managing the termination process requires careful planning and execution. First, ensure that there is a documented performance history justifying the termination, adhering to company policy. Prior to the termination meeting, consult with legal counsel to review potential risks. During the meeting, communicate clearly and respectfully, explaining the reasons for the decision while allowing the employee to express their thoughts. Finally, provide information about severance packages and benefits. Document the entire process meticulously to protect against any future claims. 22. Describe your experience with international HR management or expatriate employees. My experience with international HR management includes overseeing the relocation of expatriate employees across various countries. I ensured compliance with local labor laws and facilitated work permits and visas. Additionally, I developed cultural training programs to help expatriates adapt to new environments and foster successful integration. I also implemented performance management systems tailored to diverse cultural contexts, which enhanced engagement and productivity. This experience equipped me with the skills necessary to navigate complex international HR challenges effectively. 23. How do you approach budgeting and cost optimization in HR? Effective budgeting in HR involves aligning expenditures with strategic objectives. I begin by analyzing historical spending and identifying areas for potential cost savings without compromising quality. Engaging with department heads helps prioritize initiatives that directly impact performance. Implementing technology solutions can streamline processes, reducing costs in the long run. Regularly reviewing financial reports allows for timely adjustments. Employee feedback also plays a critical role in ensuring that investments in training and development yield maximum returns, enhancing overall workforce productivity and satisfaction. 24. Have you ever had to deal with an unethical situation? How did you handle it? Dealing with an unethical situation is challenging yet essential for maintaining integrity within an organization. In one instance, I discovered that a manager was manipulating employee performance evaluations to favor certain individuals. I approached the situation by gathering evidence and documenting specific instances of the unethical behavior. After that, I reported my findings to upper management, emphasizing the potential impact on team morale and performance. The organization conducted an investigation, ultimately leading to corrective actions. This experience reinforced the importance of transparency and accountability in HR practices. 25. What innovations or technologies have you introduced to improve the HR function? In my previous role, I implemented an AI-driven applicant tracking system that streamlined the recruitment process significantly. This technology allowed us to automate resume screening, which reduced time to hire by 30%. Additionally, I introduced an employee engagement platform that integrates real-time feedback and performance tracking, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. By leveraging data analytics, we were able to identify trends in employee turnover and satisfaction, enabling proactive interventions. These innovations not only enhanced efficiency but also improved employee experiences throughout their journey in the organization. In this video, we've explored the top 25-hour executive interview questions and their respective answers, equipping you with the insights needed to excel in your next interview. Understanding these key questions can significantly enhance your preparation and boost your confidence as you navigate the hiring process. It's important to remember that each interview is a unique opportunity to showcase your skills and experiences. If you found this information helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more valuable content. Your support helps us continue sharing useful resources for your career journey.